Why would the United States send a second nuclear aircraft carrier into the Middle East when one is already there? At first glance, it looks like a normal rotation, one carrier replacing another. But this is not a rotation. This is a convergence. When two nuclear supercarriers operate in the same theater, they don't just double firepower. They change the rhythm of war. The USS Abraham Lincoln and the USS Gerald R. Ford together form a rare dual-carrier strike force. This combination creates sustained 24-hour combat capability without pause. Moving a carrier like the Ford into the Middle East is a logistical marathon. It must cross the Atlantic, pass through the Strait of Gibraltar, navigate the Suez Canal, and descend through the Red Sea. The journey takes nearly 3 weeks and is monitored by rival powers. So why send a second carrier at all? The answer is not just firepower, it is sustainability. In modern warfare, the most dangerous enemy is not a missile, it is exhaustion. A carrier is a floating city with nearly 5,000 sailors. Humans need sleep. Machines need maintenance. One carrier cannot operate at maximum intensity forever. That is why the Navy uses something called battle rhythm. Battle rhythm is the daily heartbeat of the ship. It synchronizes intelligence briefings, flight operations, maintenance, and command decisions. There are two pulses, operational and command. The operational pulse focuses on aircraft launches and recoveries every 60 to 90 minutes. The command pulse includes intelligence updates, targeting boards, and night orders. Without rhythm, chaos begins. Now imagine two carriers working together under one synchronized doctrine. From midnight to noon, the USS Abraham Lincoln owns the night. The Lincoln, a Nimitz-class veteran, launches wave after wave under darkness. Night operations create psychological pressure and tactical surprise. For 12 hours, the Lincoln dominates the battlefield. At noon, she recovers her final jet and enters reset mode. Maintenance begins. Crews rest. Systems are restored. But the enemy gets no relief. From noon to midnight, the USS Gerald R. Ford takes over. The Ford uses electromagnetic launch systems instead of steam catapults. This allows faster, more efficient aircraft launches. Daylight operations increase sortie generation rates. The Ford dominates the day while the Lincoln resets. Together, they create continuous strike doctrine. There is no safe hour. There is no operational gap. The skies are never empty. A single carrier brings around 50 strike aircraft. Two carriers bring nearly 100 dedicated fighters. This enables saturation warfare. Advanced air defenses can intercept limited waves, but too many jets from too many directions overwhelm any system. That is the alpha strike volume and coordination. The Ford-class carrier also introduces advanced radar automation. It can detect drone swarms and assign defensive weapons automatically. Close-in weapon systems engage threats within seconds. Automation reduces human reaction time. The USS Gerald R. Ford is the largest aircraft carrier ever built. It has approximately 25 decks compared to around 18 on a Nimitz class. Its flight deck spans nearly 5 acres. The hangar bay stretches across 2/3 of the ship's length. It can accommodate up to 90 aircraft in high-capacity configurations. More aircraft mean higher sustained operational tempo. If conflict escalates, war begins in silence. Cyber warfare and electronic disruption. Communication networks are jammed. Radars are blinded. Then, kinetic strikes follow. Dual carriers provide the visible punch behind invisible preparation. Together, they create total overmatch. The real power is not just destruction, it is endurance. One carrier rests while the other fights. Time itself becomes a weapon. Two carriers remove the enemy's chance to recover. The Lincoln owns the night, the Ford owns the day. And between them, there is only the sound of the next launch. This is not symbolism. This is sustained dominance. This is battle rhythm perfected. And in modern warfare, if you control the rhythm, you control the fight.